Hey, it's Matt. Welcome back to Unbearable 73 after a long, long absence. I've been dealing with some health issues over the past few months. Hopefully, I'm okay right now. I mean, obviously, I have long term stuff to go, but, I had some infections. I'm just fighting my way through it. Plus, work, the day job has been a bit of a pain. But I want to get back to it. I want to finish the review of the Bleach season now that it's over. Maybe we can do one episode every couple of days. We'll get through that and get some other stuff going. So, let's get right into it. Episode 8, The Shooting Star Project. So this is the aftermath of the Sternritter attack on the Serite. The Soul Society is in shambles, which you would expect when mass wipeout occurs, right? They probably could have called this episode the Armageddon Aftermath, and it would have been a much better description of the events that coincided, right? So, excuse me. Roughly speaking, in this episode, we go through the recovery attempt from the Sternritter attack. The Quincy leave, the wounded Shinigami being recovered, deceased Shinigami have their bodies being processed. We discover that Byakuya is still alive but in severe critical condition, and he's probably dying without special treatment. And at the end, we see the arrival of the Zero Squad, who take Ichigo and the most wounded Shinigami to the inner palace where the Soul King lives. So, here's some thoughts. I like to think this is a part of the story as when Kubo introduced a plot mechanism such that he no longer has to use most of the characters he's established, and he's told the story with which he's spent hundreds of issues of the manga using those characters to tell the stories, right? And in this, the plot mechanic here is basically, I'm just going to use this attack and then the Zero Squad so I don't have to mention them ever again. You know? Now, back in the day, Kubo was getting tired of writing and drawing Bleach. He saw it over time as basically he stopped literally drawing backgrounds in the panels. I understand that. Okay, I just wish with this arc that they did in the anime, they claimed they were going to clean it up a little bit and do some work to make it less to be less annoying with some of those aspects. I guess they haven't. So anyway, here's the Zero Squad. Old Man Genocide is more powerful than all the rest of the Shinigami from the Soul Society other than Zero Squad combined, right? The Zero Squad combined are more powerful as a group than the entirety of the Soul Reapers, which means than Old Man Genocide. Again, note that is excluding Ichigo and Aizen, by the way. Okay? So in math terms, that means each individual member of the Zero Squad, on average, would be about 1/5 the power level of Old Man Genocide at a minimum, okay? We saw Old Man Genocide basically get owned. Yeah, it's a power negation and power absorption. The things I just can't friggin' stand. They just keep using these things and not having the villains use. Though I will give them credit. The Sternritter and Yawik did use some intelligence defeating the Shinigami, luring them into certain fights, and then pulling negating the old absorption ability on them. So yeah, I get that. And Yawik is pretty darn powerful. Okay, but I wish they had shown him and Old Man Genocide actually fighting. I'll stop harping on it. So, the math I just discussed means these Zero Squad guys' combats are not relevant to the rest of the story either because Old Man Genocide, without his Bankai, could not beat Yawik. Okay? And this means that the rest of the Sternritter have no relevance because they would get owned by the Zero Squad or Ichigo. So this comes out to two characters that we know of, right? This basically comes to three characters. Four: the Soul King, Ichigo, Yawik, Aizen, and those four pretty much. Okay. Personally, I think it's lazy storytelling. I don't know. I love Bleach, but this is one of the flaws of how it ended, which you've heard me harp on over and over again. We have a serious investment in this massive cast of characters, and almost all of them either get killed off, negated, or sidelined. Basically, it's what happened to all the original Z5s in Dragon Ball once the Saiyan power creep happened. Okay? It all became about Super Saiyan Mode 9 Blue Mode, and Super Saiyan B Alpha God Mode, and Super Saiyan God Emerge Supremacy Mode, and no more Piccolo, no more Krillin, no more anyone who wasn't a Saiyan who got sent to a new level of power. Or an alien, or aliens out of nowhere who could ascend to their own version of Saiyan new levels of power. Furthermore, they begin to plant the side story about Unohana being the former Kenpachi. But that basically, again, goes nowhere. It just really goes nowhere fast. You know, you get a cool side fight. That's about it. I'm glad Kubo is thoughtful enough to have some survivors among the victims of the conflict. He could have just killed them all. And contrary to the subpar writing mentioned above, depicting the recovery efforts itself was well done. However, I'm giving this episode a 5 out of 10. And honestly, I have a feeling that it's more my love of Bleach, which is bloating that rating upward than the episode itself. Thanks for watching my video. Smash the like button if you liked it. Hit dislike if you didn't. Comment down below if you have more questions for me about this video. Please share the video if you found it worthwhile. I'm Matt. This has been another episode of Unbearable 73. Have a nice day, and I am out of here.